Hi all, so here we are on the A420 at the Headington Roundabout. The 420's come from Swindon up through the centre of the city. Ahead is the A40 to London, right the Eastern Bypass, 2 local roads, 6 exits in all. We're taking the first one down the Northern Bypass, which is where the A40 is going. The A40 is a critical road as it comes out of London, arterial road. Then the M40 sort of takes over and the A4 becomes a minor road, but as it approaches Oxford here, it becomes again a critical road. It's part of the Northern Bypass. It used to go through the centre of the city, the role now taken by the A420. And if you stay on this road to the bitter end, you'll end up at the station and ferry terminal at Fishguard. So it's a long A road, one of the longest. But down here it's major importance. Tries to carry far more traffic than it can cope with, because it really is the only major road which goes out through West Oxfordshire. Fairly recent lights here to go right into new Barton Estate, in the process still of being built. Coming up, a filter left which takes you into Marston and up to the John Radcliffe Hospital, so that again carries a lot of traffic. And at rush hour in the opposite lane you'll find them queuing on the left hand lane to try and get in that way. It means that you get big build-ups because the through traffic is reduced to a single lane. Crossing the River Cherwell here. Now approaching the Cutslow Roundabout, left down into Summertown and central Oxford, right turn up to Banbury through Kidlington on the A4260, and we should be going straight ahead, still on the A40. The problem for this road is, as the A34 coming up, that it's trying to carry both the local traffic in the ring road round Oxford and also the through traffic, and it just simply can't do it. This is the Wolverine Roundabout coming up, left turn down into central Oxford, straight ahead off goes the A40 to Cheltenham, Brecon and Fishguard. At this point the ring road is sort of not properly linked or completely linked, because we have to turn right here and we head up the A44, which is the road up to Stratford or Blenheim and Stratford. Second exit there is local road down to Wolverine. We say bye-bye to the A40 here and we go up the A44. Right, filter left here at the Pear Tree Roundabout and we go up onto the A34, and this is a road with real problems. Should be okay at this time of day, 2:30 on a Sunday afternoon. Long viaduct here. We have to cross the Oxford Canal, the railway to Banbury, Worcester, Hereford, and the A34, the A40 rather. And now we have just straight run down the A34 to link up to the Southern Bypass. And that's the real problem. At the northern end, this road runs down to the M40 for the Midlands and the North. Goes south and it crosses the M4 and runs into the M3, the M27 and then Southampton Docks. So this is the route for a Euro route for traffic from Southampton Docks up to the Midlands and the North. And it's trying to carry the local traffic and an awful lot of heavy through traffic at the same time. And it can't begin to cope. It badly needs an extra lane in each direction and won't get it. At rush hour you can expect queues of several miles long. I mean, that is the norm. Because at the next two roundabouts, as you go up Slip Road to come off the A34, there are traffic lights. And that means that, as with the Marston Slip Road on the A40, you get long queues of traffic in this left-hand lane, queuing to get through the traffic lights. And because these queues can be long, it means that everything else, all the through traffic, has to get into the one lane. And this is true in both directions, and so queues build up, and you will get, the norm is miles, literally miles of almost stationary traffic from now on. Well, it's Sunday afternoon, and here we are, we're down to 40 miles an hour. And this is the quietest time of the daytime of the week. You can see the traffic ahead. And that's largely the cause. It's the traffic going off up to the slip road. Under a roundabout here which carries the A420, which has come through the city from where we were and is now on its way down to Swindon. Crossing Westway down at Botley here, what used to be the A40 before the northern route took over with the ring road. We're still only at 45 miles an hour, and it's 50 limit through this passage. Coming up the southern bypass, and we filter left to the Headington Roundabout, and with pleasure say bye-bye to the A34. Now on the southern bypass. Coming up Headington Roundabout, left is the Abington Road. Crossing here the railway, the Didcot-Oxford line. Next, the Hayford Hill Roundabout, financed largely, I understand, from Sainsbury's, because they built a big superstore here and nobody would go to it because it was so difficult to get out of it onto the road system again. So they largely financed the roundabout coming up. It swings right now down to Henley and Reading, and we filter left, and you'll see the exit from Sainsbury's. There's Sainsbury's on the right. Next roundabout, the Littlemore Roundabout. Left turn is the Iffley Road, again heading for central Oxford. Right, local, down into Littlemore. Overhead in a moment, the principal road into the Blackbird Lees estate, and after that we're very much in motor territory. First on the right there's now a large retail park which used to be a big parking lot for British Leyland. There the Allegro and other Megs would sit and gently rust for a few months before they were sent out. After that, on the right, what is now the BMW Mini factory used to be Presssteel Fisher, and a line went over the road carrying the car bodies from Presssteel Fisher over to the large area on the left, which was the British Leyland Works, now full of new builds. This is where a line used to go over the road on a bridge. There's a filter left coming up in a moment after these lights, which should take you down to Churchill and other hospitals and in Headington. Here the road cuts through Magdalen Wood, and on the right the ground rises very steeply up onto Shotover Hill. In a minute we shall pass under a bridge which carries Old Road over the bypass. An Old Road is so called because in the 1600s it was the coaching road to London. The 1600s M40, and it went up this steep hill over the top and down the other side to Wheatley. Lorries stacked on either side of the road here in the lay-bys because they're waiting to get into the mini works, and they have an allotted hour's time slot. Mini works doesn't hold stocks, and you have a time slot when you have to deliver your load within that slot. There goes Old Road over the top. The left filter goes down into Headington quarries. Headington had a lot of limestone quarries which are now built on, but that goes down through them. And finally we come back to the Headington Roundabout. Right, the A40 to London, left, where I shall go, the A420 heading in towards Oxford. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.